Welcome to the story time. I'm the storyteller, and I'm gonna tell you a story. Huh. Saying story many times won't gonna tell you a good story. I hope you're comfortable. The most comfortable position is right before sleep, when you're crunching on that stupid little smartphone of yours, listening with headphones. Have your legs sticking out and still afraid of the boogeyman, which in fact I would say is a very interesting story. Why the boogeyman exists in the first place? Why parents want to tell you the story that would keep you away and make you sleep a little better, but basically keep you away from. I wonder what parents are doing that time of day or night. Never mind. That's something for you to find out. I want to find out stuff about love. The most creepiest things of all, because it's really hard to understand how intertwined we are with this thing. How it's basing our whole lives. Everything is based upon this thing. The whole human life is based upon this thing. So I have to understand it. And it's the most strangest things of all. This is the symbol of love, right? Sometimes it's penetrated by the arrow. Thus, the conclusion of love is like hunting for the title of the video. The arrow belongs to the Cupid, which is completely based on destiny. I mean, he's invisible. He kind of chooses at random. And we kind of blame him if love actually happens. So what is it? And is it like hunting? All the things will be revealed if you follow the story. I mean, the story is like in real life. That's what happened to me. That's the conclusions that I've drawn. And it will be told in the end of the story. How many parts there will be. The story must go on until it's finished, until there is a happy ending. Although there is no ending. Not yet. Because I don't have the other side. Anyways, story goes like this. The rules are that the men are the providers of resources, are the protectors of what they hunt, and are strong enough to be the best one. Like, okay, let's not dive in too deep into this, but yeah, they have the money, they have the cars and shiny things. I have the adventure, yes. Are you attracted enough? The women part into this is to be as attractive as possible to attract the best hunter, and also be the hard to get, like being the amazing prey, which is hard to get, which means it provides a lot of value if you do get it. But is it? Because now, these days, we are provided with these things. We are provided with the money, we are provided with the shiny things, we are provided with makeup and all these outfits to enhance our looks and to look sexy and attractive. But it's all fake. We all just mere followers of the system. In fact, I would call these types of people alpha. Because this is the primary set of rules that they follow. The rules that were followed for many years by the real hunters, by the real people. I mean, men. The men that actually did the action. in order to survive. And to survive, women had to also participate and find the best man to mate with, or be with, whatever you call that. So basically the best hunters win. And this is the gene that we have, which evolved into this bullshit that we have right here. The gene which is perpetually reinstalled in schools, because it's not really fixed, it's not really understood. It's just you must follow the system, you must follow what we say it's right. And this is the wrong way to do it. If you just say what is right, you have to learn this, or you will not get the A grade. A grade is for alphas. I will just get what satisfies me. I'll get the B. And that's where I come into play. And the other girl type, which I am looking forward to hunt, because I realized who I am, the hunter. God damn it. Yeah, at the start I wouldn't want to realize that. I was poor, I didn't have the tools needed for anything. But also, the best tool that I had was time. The time was on my side. I was able to be creative because I was poor. I took the computer and I started developing things. Yeah, developing games, to be more exact. And now it took like 9 years so far. I feel pretty proud of this. The girls are not that creative when they come out of the poor place. The girls tend to take work, a lot of hard work, because they're poor, of course, and if they're not creative, they don't really have a bright future. What they tend to take is some social activity, social work, the work that tends to get them into the community, which will always support her. So, these are the rules that I have found out, that girls are like these controllers of the forest. Like here, enter the forest, get confused, get strangled, I'll make the hunter out of you. And if the girl is the one that actually is the hunter, or hunts the hunter successfully, well, she will use that. She'll use the money, she'll take all the shiny things, she'll use the protection if necessary. Yeah, girls are kind of like the game masters as well as I am. A game master, a problem solver. That's what I learned to become, to be the bee, the actually the new type of people, the new generation of people, which are much better, are much more bee, much more like the bees, which are kind of dying off right now, so save the bees. But yeah. So where does the story start? Of course, it starts at the school, at the very school which I mentioned. And there are two types of people that come out of the school. The type that tries to survive, and the types that follow the system. Now, you don't always follow the system if you're rich. You can be rich in many different ways. You can be rich in personality, you can be rich in, materialistic way. You can have a lot of things. Can have rich parents. You can be rich in actually knowledge as well. So I think there are three ways you can be rich. The two basics are personality and just wealth. So yeah, if you're not rich in both of these things, you can't really follow the A-type, which is like easy lifestyle. This is what your mind would want to drift off into, this optimized way of living. The B-type is very rough and very hard, but it's something that is worth it, worth the pain, because in the end it's actually more life, because you are able to get from a lower point of your life to a higher point of your life, simply because you understand more things. Sure, it's nice to have a very straight line of living, which the system tries to provide. The system tries to normalize things, which shouldn't be normalized at all. There should be just simply more ways to do things, more fucking freedom to just go random and shit. Fucking storyteller. I'm angry because there's so many regulations. I don't feel free at all. After I finish the school, I feel like there's these things that I didn't fucking know. What the hell? That's why I'm telling the stories. That's the truth behind my storytelling, is that I will always try to seek for the truth. The story is just easy to consume. It's just like this boogeyman that actually holds a very creepy story behind it. But it's easy to understand that, well, there's the boogeyman. He's gonna get you if you're gonna get out of bed. The hard part is to actually understand why he exists. What is his purpose? So here's the story. The story begins at the school, where I didn't know I was a hunter. I didn't know I was a man. Kind of. I didn't want to find a girlfriend because I thought it would be a waste of time. And that sure would be. Imagine, I'm creating things, right? Just, I'm a creator. And there's someone else keep wanting my attention. No, get lost. I want to create things. I want to draw. But then I was curious still. What if I try to make contact? Okay, she looks beautiful. Blonde hair. Very attractive. Kind of like lacks a little bit of that personality. Maybe I can actually talk with her. And the first mistake, I sent her a message online through the space which I already know, and get quick rejection. No, I don't want this. No. I already know who you are. And even I didn't know at the time. I felt it. I felt that she actually knew who I am. That I'm not confident enough to do it in the real world. And goddammit, I failed miserably. But these are the failures. These are the failures that I learned through. And I learned a lot. Just simply one failure. I just needed one girl. But once, I don't know what happened to me. I just wanted... I just sent this whole cool message, to the same girl. And then I came up to her. She was sitting with another friend. In fact, that friend is what I would call the B friend. the B-type friend, which is here, the creative ones, the poor ones, the ones that try real hard to achieve things because they have a lack of things. So she was the B. I thought she was like out of reach, too powerful for me, too good for me. She was just way better at improving herself than she was. The girl on the right, the A-type person, which was just had things, already had it. So just provide things for me, okay? Well, yeah. I came up to her and said, "Did you read what I wrote to you?" Huh. Yeah, like creative stuff is matter to her. But she said yes, and I sat down next to her, and I felt paralyzed. I didn't know what to say anymore. I was asked a few questions, and the impact I had to her was enormous. I actually said hello to her for once, and she replied with a hello. Only once, of course, because I started to enhance back to this safe zone that I had. Because what girls tend to do, in order to be hard to get, well, she and like most of the other girls hang around with the girls, and it's very, very, very difficult to just snatch onto one of them. It's impossible. Yeah, just like in the hunting ground. There are animals which are kind of like helpless. Cows or whatnot. But they tend to gather in herds. They need communities to survive. The same way the girls do. The alpha ones, of course. That's why I was able to actually get here. I was in contact with this person, so I was able to contact this person, which, because I was comfortable with both of them, I was able to ask the question, I was able to sit down, I was able to get a few reactions, even when I faded out into the safe zone. I got in a few replies, which was nice. So yeah, I still didn't realize I was the hunter. I started to realize it was harder than I thought. Even at the start, although at the start I was just passionate to just be curious. I didn't know that this curiosity would lead to such interesting things, but I was still curious. You can call it in love, and that's what led her to reject me, basically. That, well, I'm not interested. Okay, am I not good enough then? But I was not trying to be good enough. I knew I wasn't. I just wanted to have a friend. That's weird, right? Why can't we just be friends? I sure could be friends with the B-type person because, well, we're working hard. We both have big goals, big dreams, big things about the future. Sure, we can spend a little time. Well, not really, because it's hard work. I wonder if there would be a C-type of person, or just easy to come by B people. Like, if we build a system around the B-type of people, well, there are more of them, and it's more natural to be that way. And it's much easier, because when the school is over, this stuff just gets separated. Like, yeah, now we have to actually get the hunters to follow us. We kind of have to separate the herd. Not always, but that's what tends to happen. And the hunters, of course, try to reach It kind of makes me think if 50 Shades of Grey is like the story about the A hunting the B, which is a very creepy story actually. The same way that the reverse way of Twilight. Both stories are related. I think it is about the B hunting the A. I don't know. It's weird. Or maybe it is still the A hunting the B because that stupid vampire is like lives forever. I don't know what the value of it is. I don't know. I didn't saw the movie. Sorry. I will. You know, the population kind of tends to hate this movie. Wonder what's gonna be the conclusions. But that was the story. I came up to the girl. I got some stuff back. Now the next part revolves in me actually writing a book about her. Now the school is almost done. I'm almost exiting the school, so might as well do something stupid, right? Why not write about all the shit that happened to me? How I'm dissatisfied about everything. Nah, it was digital. It was on a computer screen. In fact, it got 50 downloads the first few hours. That's weird, but that's the power of the internet. If something is powerful, it's gonna be picked up and be shared. Even I didn't like encounter anything like the sharing itself. It happened in secrecy. It was like people grabbing stuff without knowing that I'm actually counting these fucking downloads somewhere. So they didn't leave nothing, leave me with a few footprints. Actually, a few guys contacted me and were pretty encouraging. I mean, oh, my girlfriend just sent me this page. It was pretty cool, but I think you should find a girlfriend. That was weird, right? Like the same guy I'm which I'm talking about, like, he reminded me of how I should become the hunter. There was another guy, which was the smart one. Also, I think he was poor. He took like this weird, also rejecting system type of way, which basically he declared himself as gay. I think it's a choice to not follow the system. That's simple as that. To not follow the hunting, which is too hard. So might as well be gay. Might as well be attracted to guys, which are much easier to get. I don't know. But this type of people, which are rare, tend to be easy to get, or at least easy to try, or easy to, get in contact with if you find one. So that's like, I would call it cheating, as well as the A-type is cheating for getting the easy way. This is also for me like cheating. Like stepping out of the game, I cannot take the challenge. Might as well not do it. Kind of in one way, if you become homosexual, you get easier to come with girls. Well, you can talk with girls now because they don't feel threatened by you, because you're not a hunter anymore. So yeah, I didn't felt that I was willing to give up on hunting in general to just be around girls. It's not fair, and I tend to fight for for the truth. So what is fair is really important to me. So yeah, two men contacted me, and that was weird. I wonder if this guy was B or A, but depending on what girl he picked, of course, I think he's A type of person. I don't know. Or he just gave up. He looked creative, but he might just gave up. Because you have to keep on being the B one to go to be the best hunter in the long term. Because in the long term you have to fight hardcore. The hardcore hunter, yes. Oh yes, I'm so old, but look, I have created a cannon that will totally hunt it. Now, for sure. Yeah, we develop things. We develop things in ourselves. We develop things that we are comfortable with, which is what I'm talking about, the cannon. Oh yeah. All of this reminds me of how love is surely a hunting. And the story doesn't end there. My curiosity didn't end with the book, didn't end with me getting a lot of shitty responses, but quite meaningful ones. There was the 1B type of girl which said, I always thought you had something in you. And this reminds me of a person which I say, it's a B type of person, but is about to give up, or so I think. And I hate it. I don't want her to give up on being the B type of person who works hard to become the best. The A type of person is already awesome. Go fuck yourself now. The B is becoming the best. Yeah. I came across, just by mere look at the face, you can see the personality which is not yet developed to be good enough for the hunt. It's always just being good enough, like always being hard to get. You look at these pictures of Facebook. I roam around Facebook and just look around. Where's the A type? Where's the B type? It's so obvious. There are girls that just try to look good. The girls that don't try to look good, that don't even post a lot of pictures. That's what she was. She did not post a lot of pictures. She was not really confident in how she looked, who she was, I would say. She didn't want to show herself too much, so she was the B. But not really the B in the sense that she worked hard, because she had the wealth. She just had to figure out, be a little bit more creative of how she can turn that wealth into being attractive. So she dressed up very nicely. Now also I don't know if it's natural or not, but she had like huge eyes, like, oh my god. This story, which I'm about to tell you, is much greater than just sitting on a bench. This involves another of my friends, which now I hate. Also, kind of the B type of person is like weird. Like, B type of person, he was poor, but he's now trying to get around this part, and he's not creative. He's not trying to be creative. And this led him to becoming the evil type of A person. The A person which is evil, like tries to get things by force because he was forced into the system. He doesn't have the skills. He has to do everything to get. So he will use force. He forced her as well. She was weak. She was searching for the person, trying to test her skills maybe. She even said herself, she even revealed herself, and was dreaming about the forest and stuff like that. Like, that's weird shit. Why is it all happening? But she told herself that she manipulated me as well. She manipulated me, the hunter himself. But in the end, I came out of the forest stronger than ever. Yeah. And you, my friend, are no longer my friend. I regret having one at my side. You helped me a lot as well, just like my dad helped me to get into the island, the England that has changed my life, that has led me into the better world where I could reject a little bit of that school shit, get a little bit of that A, relax myself a little bit. But I know that my purpose is a little bit bigger. To just roam around, just straight line. I still need to develop myself a little bit better. I need to become the best hunter. And will that happen? Will only be determined if I hunt the right person. See you guys next time. To be continued.